Welcome to the Football Show, the unique pairing of American football and international football, aka soccer, in one show. To my left, I have Jorge Miranda. He'll be covering our international football, aka soccer. And to my right, Ness Prutman. He'll be covering the NFL and college. And I'll be moderating between the two of them and keeping the peace.
It's kind of like the Iowa caucus.
George, I think you wanted to talk about FIFA and the current shakeup and scandal within that organization.
Well, we were having a conversation earlier on with Ness if the scandal with FIFA was going to kind of take that shine off of the sport worldwide. You know, it's been growing here in the United States, and I believe that what's going on has tarnished the institution of the FIFA, but I don't believe it's tarnished the sport. I think that the sport is still popular.
Right.
It's positive. It's the beautiful sport. They play it all over the world. 1+ billion people. Can't be wrong.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, and the numbers don't lie on it. There's been an influx, a growth, you would say, of U.S. soccer farm systems. More people going to play in soccer leagues, youth soccer. What do you think that the reason for that is? Given there's still all the scandal as far as why is it more parents maybe are taking their kids to soccer?
This is a great question, and the reason is. Soccer is it's not such a physical sport like football. Parents don't want their kids getting concussions with all these issues that are coming out with concussions. We had, like Junior Seau, he blew his head off. We had a college player that did the same thing, and it was diagnosed he had multiple concussions. There's a movie with Will Smith that came out called Concussion or something like that, but the parents don't want to get their kids hurt. They love their kids, so
looking at it as a safer sport.
Put them in something that's still physical or active, but not as dangerous.
Right.
And I've always said that. I've recommended, actually, I have a godson, and I recommended to the parent that he plays soccer because it's excellent cardiovascular.
Exactly.
Not as much impact as football would have. Now I know every American parent probably fears their child playing American football, but every kid wants to play. I actually was not allowed by my parents to play football, though I wanted to. So
it's still a physical sport, though.
But I think it's a personal choice for each parent what they want with their children. Some people don't mind that their child is in harm's way playing American football, and some would rather that their child played something like international football, soccer.
And another thing is, though, we live in the digital age, so we have video games. We have FIFA on
if you look at the younger generations, that's what they're actually. They're very savvy with the names of the players.
There's Alex Morgan, who just was on the cover of EA
Alex
Sports.
Morgan is the first female to be in FIFA 2016 or in any FIFA game. She's if you play it online, she's playing along the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez,
stuff that's just unheard of before,
and she's playing in that team. It's amazing what she has done, but the kids are seeing that,
and they're
playing games, and they're getting exposed to all these different countries and all these different players, and they're like, you know what, this is kind of cool, the way that they move these things around, the ball, the touch and pass.
And it's truly an international competition, almost as strongly attended as the Olympics per se. I don't know if the World Series of Baseball is quite as organized, or these basketball competitions. I think that it's one of your truly international contests.
Absolutely, it's worldwide.
Let's transition over to women's, guys. John, where do you see the growth of women's U.S. soccer going and the expansion?
Well, oddly, I think that as much as the international or the men's team is not looked at as a dominant team within the international community, you have the very opposite with the women's team.
Absolutely.
That absolutely is a dominant team, and people respect and value. And to the point where Pele, came up with 75 of his top soccer players throughout multiple countries throughout the international community, and he chose only 2 Americans, and both of them were females.
They were both females.
One being Mia Hamm, and I believe Alex Morgan.
The other one, yes.
So it was very interesting that it was somewhat of a jab, I'd assume, to the men's team to have only 2 women mentioned as the top.
I do have
players. I think Landon Donovan would be somewhat upset.
I do. Yeah, I was going to say I do have a comment about that. I understand if Donovan wasn't picked because he is a jerk. he's the Jose Mourinho of American soccer. But Dempsey or Howard, you should have put one of those two guys on that list. Okay, Howard plays for Everton, is a great goaltender. Dempsey has played for the Hotspurs.
Now, when
he's
you
a
still-
master,
all three are
he's a
national
master
heroes.
When
in
we talk
Seattle.
about Howard, I always picture that clip, and we'll run it here, of the ball bouncing in front of him and going over his head into the goal from
He's
I believe
a
Hatfield.
goaltender. It happens.
But I know he's a great goaltender. I'm
I
actually
think-
a Liverpool fan, so I'd be willing to take a jab at Everton anytime I could. Jorge is actually a Everton fan.
they're gonna start
we
it
recently
again.
we're gonna segue into this. We have some clips
We'll get back
here.
to this
We
one.
have some clips
see
here.
you
We're
guys
gonna,
after the
hang on.
break.
We have some clips here that we're gonna show of our trip
Oh,
over
yes.
to Liverpool,
To Goodison Park.
to
Woodison.
see the Derby, the Liverpool Derby between Everton
Merseyside
and
Derby.
Liverpool. So here we go. We're gonna throw it on.